Are you ready for the next level? Because it's ready for you. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, mutable signs. This reading is for you. At this time, I'd like to welcome forth the power and the presence of the elevated guides who can assist me in delivering this message for the mutable signs. I ask that you open up our ears so that we hear the true deliberation. I ask that you open up our minds so that we may bloom. I ask that you open up our hearts so that we may embrace our divinity. I ask for assistance in delivering this message with clarity, empathy, and ease. Give thanks. Hey y'all, I'm back. Oh, you know what? I didn't introduce myself. It's Ashley Camille at Fifth House Bloom. I offer intuitive guidance for flourishing and becoming your most authentic and freest self. I had to take me a little break, y'all, because the last time I delivered a message, it just got real. And I had to really see, was it something I was trying to do? But here I am in Mercury retrograde, so I trust that. Your energy, it felt good. It felt exciting. I'm happy for you. Because at this time of the year, this time of the stars, things are a little rough out there. I put the cards back in, but we had the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, and it was really giving that something that you have been working on, something that you have been striving for, is a block being removed. Either a block being removed or it really being about to take off. It's not at the place of where it's like yielding the desired results completely, but like something has happened or something has shifted where you can tell that this is where you should be committing your energy. You should be committing your resource. You should be continuing to commit your time. I'm looking at these cards. It looks like it's telling a different story. Give me a second. We have Justice at the bottom of the deck. And also, let me pull back those cards, because there were some messages there. Additional messages. Give me a second. While I'm doing that, I'm excited to announce that there's a new way to work with me. You can hit me up on the chat line now if you have any questions that you need answered. But if you want to go more in depth, you can always get a recording or book a one-on-one appointment. Just click the link in my bio. Why did I put that card back in there? Alrighty. There's a lot of creation energy here, both strategy and inspiration. But give me a second. We have the Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Fool. What's the best way to say this? We have fire, we have air, we have beginnings, literally the zero, right? So this is a lot of your support right now is coming from an unseen place, and is the result of actions you have taken in the past, right? So this right now is really about being receptive to what you have already done and kind of waiting for that to come to you and for that to show itself, right? So let's say that like you had been networking or something, right? Like those relationships, the resources, those connections that they have, or the things that will come through, all right? And so this is not saying that you need to be initiating and working on those things. This is saying that you will see the result of work you have done start to come back to you versus you being in a stage of actively trying to make these things happen. So I hope that's clear. This might be implementing the advice or the guidance of a mentor that you received in the past, implementing and integrating, you know, like if this is a service that you offer, feedback from evaluations and reviews, right? There is like there is a refining process, but this is not, even with the Fool here, this is not new. Okay, thank you. So with this Fool, the action again is like these are the things that are taking you to the next level. Whereas with the other modalities, there was more of an emphasis on what needs to be done in order for you to start getting some shit done. You're at a place of like, okay, I don't need to work as hard. I don't need to be as active in the process. The things that I put in the past, the processes that I have established, the systems, they're working. And you let them work, okay? This applies for outside of like, you know, the logistics of like relationships as well. Like if you have been doing intentional work on building your community, these are those check-ins, these are those showing up for people, right? It's paying off where you are operating at a new level of efficiency. You are operating at a new level of fire that will help continue to build what you are working towards, okay? Give me a second. Because here we have, and kind of what to expect. We have the Seven of Cups, Five of Wands, King of Wands. Let me get some clarity. Because what's this setback? It's competing what? With all this energy and with all this activeness, it does feel like there is a not knowing where to focus your energy, wanting to do it all. But if you do that, you will stretch yourself too thin. Okay, it feels like what you have set in place and the systems and the work that you have been doing has maybe freed up some time, freed up some energy, and you like, let's go, let's get it all done. But no, baby, it's time to rest. It's time to pause, okay? I think what's happening, and that's what, like, there was also this kind of a conflict with this Eight of Wands and this Page of Pentacles, because baby, this is slow. This is steady. This is persisting. This is sustaining. This is fast. This is let's go, let's get it done, right? And so there was a conflict there. But what came through was about this new level of operation, right? Right now, you do need to slow down so that you can speed up, okay? Right now, you need to let this integration happen. You need to let these systems, for a lot, it feels like they're in place, but some of you might just establish they're good. They're good. Stop tinkering. Stop tinkering. Stop, give it a chance. Give it a chance for those who don't already have these things in place. Give it its chance to do what it's going to do. So as far as where your attention should be focused, because we have the King of Wands. After you see the impact, after you see, and Go for what is measurable, right? If this is a business, where have you had the most, depending on what your goals are and what, you define as success, what service is being booked the most? Where are you making the most money? If your success goal is like, how you feel, what service do you feel the best after you provide? Go with what your goals are. But this is where your attention should be focused. This is what you are refining. Outside of this feels very like businessy. But like, let's say it's relationships. Focus on the ones that make you feel good, if that's what you're going for. Focus on the ones that make you feel free. Focus on the ones that energize you. And starting to lean in, that is where the intention is to be, of where your energy should be going in the future, versus still spreading it out in all of these different ways, right? You have enough information, you have enough data, in whichever way you are measuring, to understand where this energy should go, where you will be focusing on for the future, where you will be continuing to build, right? And you're going to have to start letting those other things go. Gradually though, gradually. This doesn't feel like some kind of like cut off. This doesn't feel like some kind of hard stop. It'll naturally happen as you start to devote your time, resource, energy, visions, to the specific goal or to that specific thing, to that specific relationship, to that specific action or habit that you've developed, to that specific hobby that's yielding the result that you want. The Sun. Okay, who had this? Cardinal signs. We have the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. They're in different positions though. And then Knight of Wands. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. That was coming through. So it's this energy of some kind of interference. But let me get more. What is that? Okay, we got the Emperor in reverse and the Six of Wands. Everybody aim for your success. You are right now probably doing better than most. You're doing better than me. And I'm happy for you. I love it for you. I want to see you thrive. Everybody else, not everybody else. There are certain places where, whether it be intentional or unintentional, where there is an active interference with what you are doing or just where you are at. So I hate when I have to give this advice. Be careful with who you share with. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to how things shift after you involve a certain person, whether that be just like your sharing of what's going on and what you are, up to, or people that might be actively involved in something with you. Are they on your team? Are they on your team? Okay? But look at them. Look at them. I'm talking about them right in the back. And a lot of the times, it's unintentional. It's difficult. It can be difficult when, you know, someone is living in a way that you want to, someone is embodying the things that you want to, someone is creating the things that you want to, and they use that as a tool to evaluate themselves, and then they project that shit onto you. Okay, that's not your responsibility, and that can be hard because these could be people that you care about. These could be people that you love, and these people very well might care about you as well, right? Humans are going to human. It's a difficult thing to do, but you are not responsible for that. And so where you have to draw lines, where you have to be boundary, where you have to shift your relationship and your interactions, that is something that you are going to need to do. Because I do not like that interference energy that's coming through. Especially for what's to come for you, right? Like all this fire. But lean into that again, because right now this is where you're focusing on. But there will be a time where this needs to be a little bit more grounded, a little bit more practical, a little bit more action oriented, a little bit more research. But I'll leave that alone because that's not for now. But that's what's to come. Like you're entering into a new phase, and so I can't see yet, or I'm not getting guidance about what you are supposed to do because it's still in the works and it's still developing. Oh, thank you. Oh, y'all be coming through. And so, who is on the team? What is on the team? What you are doing, like in regards to this this interference energy that I'm feeling, kind of shapes the course. It's a little bit more serious than I initially was giving it credit for, because it's not the overwhelming energy of this reading, right? But it's significant enough where it will shift what you have going on. Do you have any more guidance for protection or fortifying? Don't turn a blind eye, got that. But what else? Anything else? King of Swords. Yeah, you might have to be a little cutthroat. Give me a second. Move with discernment, move with clarity. Be logical. This might be hard emotional decisions. This might be with some emotional attachments and the feeling, but you have to go with the rational, with what is true, with what is happening, and be clear. This is not something that I do well as a Cancer stellium, Pisces rising, but you have to be cutthroat. Especially we have the Queen and the King here, and move with authority over yourself, of your vision. You are the one that is protecting it. You are responsible. For some, okay, so some also, I think areas like, is someone trying to cheat you out of something? Is someone trying to give you a bad deal or less than you deserve, or trying to take advantage? This doesn't feel like for everybody, but like if it requires litigation, it requires litigation. You might have to get a lawyer. You might have to put some kind of stipulations in place. I don't know if you're like, a exec level of whatever you're working on. I don't know. Like policy review, shifting the way that they're engaging. It's just something about people's access to you and it being at a level that is inappropriate. And so maybe that's already been in works, and maybe it's always something that you've kind of been considering. And it you know, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If this is for you, yes, you're heading in the right direction, and you need to kind of firm up, you know, that action, right? So sometimes if we're talking to like relationships, it's like, oh, you know, I just don't share all my business with them, or I'm not spending as much time with them. Whereas this is making more concrete structural changes, more systematic changes, more things that intervene to back you in creating that boundary and stopping that interference, if that is for you. And that does feel like for people who are in leadership, who are executives, in whatever capacity. Anything else? Give me a second. I feel like there's another piece to this message. Oh, okay, thank you. We got the King of Pentacles. So again, this, and the sun under that, this path, this shift, even though these are like slow and steady energies, right? We have this one action, and once these changes take place, and then for those of you where there needs to be a focus on where, you know, shifting the way that you engage with this interference, what is to come is successful, right? Long term. This is long term success, and sustainable as well, right? So it's going to be around. It's going to be around. And I love that for you. All right. Well, if this resonated with you or it resonates with anyone that you might know, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to know how this message personally applies to you for the month of December, you can hit me up on the chat line. What you can do, order a recording, or you could schedule a one-on-one. All right, I return this energy to you.